Alrighty guys, well, I've lost all my helpers, but I got everything moved around this morning. A few sleds leaving. I got the Zephyr pulled up here. Might try and clean that up, see what we got going on there. This one ran good on spray. Someone put a fuel filter. The fuel lines aren't that old. The gas doesn't even smell that bad, so I'm gonna try and flush what's in there out, and maybe see if this thing will run on its own. I can't use the choke cable, so I'll have to squirt it and see if we can, maybe it'll even start on its own, but here we go. Just use a little air pressure through the tank to push whatever's in here out. There's actually quite a bit. Just careful not to put too much pressure. Don't know what the line looks like under the seat or the condition of this plastic tank. Last thing you need is to blow the tank or the line off under the seat. I don't know if you guys can see, but the fuel is actually like a bluish color, not yellow or brown. So the pickup line must not be very far down in the bottom because it started to aerate. There's still quite a bit in here, so I'm going to use my sucker, get in here and well. Yeah, so now that all the fuel's out, I can see the pickup line's about an inch off the bottom of the tank. Probably would be ideal to get one with a filter that lays in there. It does have an inline filter, but I think I am just gonna run it as is. I don't see a bunch of sludge in the bottom of the tank. Otherwise, usually take a corner of a rag on a Chinese finger or grabber, whatever you want to call it, go in there and wiped it all out. But the gas didn't look bad and it doesn't look all sappy. A little fresh fuel. And if you don't want your piston to weld to the inside of your cylinder wall, add some oil. Now I just gotta see with that pickup line being so high. I'm not sure if a gallon's gonna do it. But to be on the safe side, I'm gonna flush some good fuel up through the lines, make sure those are all clean, and that I have enough fuel in the tank. I don't know if you guys could see the color change in that fuel, but it went from a brownish yellow or a bluish yellow to a nice blue. Oh, I have a little leak here. Set this down, it looks like it's gravity feeding. And once again, this stupid hood. Yeah. Need me rag. And they actually had a primer bulb in there, but it's all hard, rotten, and leaking. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Oh, yes. I'm gonna move that because new fuel line chunk is on. Out of the way of any moving objects. Let's see. Oh, can. You know what? I'm gonna see if this thing's gonna start on its own. Now guys, I'm not sure exactly if the kill switch works or not. So we put it on a jack stand. I'm gonna get a pair of safety pliers in case I have to take the spark plug off in a hurry. Preferably a pair with some rubber handles. I do believe I have it choked. The choke cable is off because it got melted by the exhaust. Key is on. Since I'm getting old, I'm not going to play myself out. The diaphragms and the pump could be rather dry. This is where it's awesome to have two people. Still not enough fuel. Not enough fuel. Alright, I can now see, guys, the fuel line is full. Fuel line is full of fuel. If this is going to work, it should work. pipe the idle up a little bit, and should be that. Now, mind you guys, it is summer. Probably not ideal to be running these things long, but at least we know they run.
These are pretty classic little units. Some guys say they're sought after. Some people say they have 20 of them. I don't know. I don't see them all the time, especially these early ones. 69 to 71 seems to be the desirable years. Track on it is absolutely pristine. Bogies are mint.
Skis are nice.
This one runs on spray. We have an interested buyer. This one might not be hanging around too much longer. Very tall leaf spring stack. Very flimsy in my opinion. Bumper would be mint if it didn't have this little bit of a push. I believe Ben Franklin, when they were doing electricity, smoked a telephone pole back.
While he was flying a kite.
Exactly.
Or higher than a kite, flying a kite.
Yeah, he was high as a kite, flying a kite. But they still flex good. You can take a look under the hood here. This is a non-electric start model. Definitely not a factory hood strap. This is a straight bungee cord from Fleet Farm. Yeah. Under the hood, it's got a Rockwell 295. Backwards from what you'd expect, you know, carburetor on the front.
For ram air.
Right, and exhaust wrapping around. Exhaust is clean. You know, it's a nice clean sled, a little oily.
The best is the Jarjuzel that comes from here onto your belt
The
for
best,
added friction.
I think the best is the throttle brake.
Yeah,
You know?
and dude, not a bite of brake until the handlebar. Literally.
Not even that.
Not even.
Cut through the handlebar.
So hood's honestly in pretty nice shape. There's a couple blemishes, and like I said, these hoods fit down in there. And
Key switch, choke, you know, the nameplate here, all still in good shape. You know, the mesh venting.
and this is not a suit sucker. This is opposite of a suit sucker. Model serial
A snow
plates.
sucker.
Yeah.
On the front.
Model serial plates on these Massey guys is left front tunnel. So that's where your model and serial number is. This was last registered 98 in Michigan, buddy. That's been a minute. It's almost as old as you.
I mean, I just like that these little adjusters on the back. When you're on the track, you feel a little ratchet. You just go back to tighten her up or loosen it.
Like, that's the definition of a heck of a set of binders on them. That's the binders.
He sounded like he was gallivanting a horse there.
Yeah, yep.
Or a rabbit, squirrel, one
I
of the
mean,
two.
it is what ski was, you know. So, 1971, I believe, 300S. We have many more ski whizzes to take care of, so you'll be seeing more of these, but I want to do a nice walk around. If somebody ever didn't see one, this is what they look like. This is what features it has. There is electric start models you can get, probably a little more rare to find. Maybe you could throw an electric start on here with a ring gear, probably, but that is the Ski Whiz. Next one is coming your way soon.